Maniacs.
GeoGearHeads.
Welcome to episode 155 of the GeoGearHeads. This is the Randomize 30 show. Now, if you know your Roman numerals, you know that 30 would be 3 X's or triple X, and I think it's no accident that we have the two gentlemen on the show for our triple X show tonight. So, you might know, I don't know which one of these to introduce first because I believe there's some problem if we say one name over the other. So we have
Scott always likes to be on top.
And Walt and Scott and Scott and Watt, and they're all together here with us tonight.
Hello, Wally. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, Scott?
Always a pleasure to see you.
Indeed. And here we are in GeoGearHeads together.
I know. I was telling Daryl it's our holiday tour. It's the Chicago GeoGearHeads holiday tour.
Yes, it is. Yes,
well, that was actually the question we had asked for you, a prize from coinsandpins.com, was which show you guys were on. So we'll start off with which show was that? And Scott, you want to tell everyone what show it was that you guys produced?
We were on the Chicago Geocacher podcast.
That is correct.
Thanks.
Good
Walt.
answer. Good answer. Yay.
Well, and Walt, we have one person who was drawn as our winner, and who got the honor?
That would be a fish out of water.
Yeah, and she picked a travel booby. So she's
What?
getting a
What?
travel
Wait, hold it.
coins and pins.
Excuse me. Can we see that coin?
It's actually
Closer,
a tag. It's not a coin.
Closer.
All right. Yeah. We want to.
Nice close view of the travel booby. So
We
I
was
was now
expecting-
looking at a
I'm
fish
sorry.
out of water's traveling booby.
I was expecting something else.
Yeah,
And you know, for those who listen to this on audio, this is going to be a very good start to this episode.
Well, what it was, guys, is it was a boob.
Yeah.
It was a coin of a boob, is what it was. See, you missed it. So you should be watching right now.
But
That's
you
right.
can always head over to GeoCoin or to coinsandpins.com and actually see one, and you can get your very own traveling booby.
All right.
Wouldn't you want to sit?
Walt's
I'm-
Christmas is coming.
Well, at least two.
Christmas is
Unless you're into,
That's
you
right.
know, Alien, and then there can be 3.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it just occurred to me we probably should have warned people that
I was
this
gonna
might
say,
not
you're
be
not gonna,
quite
like, put
as
a disclaimer
family-friendly
on
as usual.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys are watching American Horror Story, but this season there is somebody with 3.
Really?
I'm not joking.
How about
Well,
that?
and Team Dano is very excited that we have free boobies on the Triple X show.
Woo!
Who doesn't like boobies? Come on.
You knew that was coming.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Well,
Get a bell,
before we
Walt.
get
Get a bell. Well, come on. Just
yeah,
What?
no bells. We have no bells.
No bells?
Oh, you don't have I have my bell upstairs. I'd have to run up and get it.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're
You're
going to
without
go
a bell?
play this voicemail that we got from an unknown caller. We tried looking up the name. We think it was DSP Music. But while we're playing that, Walt, you can run up and get your bell if you like.
I will
So-
do so.
All right. So this one, we don't know who it is, but thanks for calling. And we don't know exactly what they're asking either.
Hey, GeoGearHeads, this is Casher DSP Music. Long-time listener, first-time caller. And I was just listening to last week's episode of Peanuts and Pretzels, and you were talking about getting SIM cards for data usage overseas and stuff, and it got me thinking, how do the cell phone companies know when you're using your phone overseas? With technology now, it's not too hard to spoof location if you jailbreak your phones and take a few steps in that direction. Obviously, besides the legal reasons, I just wondered how they would know if you were truly trying to sneak around that, how they can pinpoint where you're using your phone, even if you're trying to project different locations with applications or whatever. So, any insight into how they do it? Thought you guys might be the experts since you are the GeoGearHeads. Thanks.
All right. So here's my thought: is he's talking about possibly using the phone without the data service, because that way you wouldn't necessarily need to actually use the carrier. And if that's the case, then you just turn off the data service, and the carrier doesn't even really care.
Well,
Uh,
you would
just put
have
it
to
in
turn off
airplane
all
mode.
cell service. You'd have to
Yeah,
put
exactly.
the phone
Yes.
in airplane mode.
Yes, but the way that this is actually work, and actually Dave DeBear just kind of answered it, the way that it works is when you have that data service on, you're connecting to their towers to get the signal.
Mhm.
So as soon as you hit their tower, it's going to know you're over there, and if you want any data, guess what? You're going to be paying for it.
Ka-ching,
You're
ka-ching,
gonna
ka-ching.
Daryl, are you wearing a Christmas sweater? Just out of curiosity.
I am. It's a Christmas hoodie actually, and
Oh, nice.
it's the gingerbread night. It says
Shut up.
none shall pass.
Stand up. I can't say it. Stand up. Your
All
name is.
Your name key is over it.
Oh yes, it is.
Did you wear that to work, dude?
No, I got this just for the show.
Did you wear
Are-
it?
are-
You
are
walk
those-
out of the
Figured I
house
had
with
to
that,
have
dude.
this shirt for the show because it's total
Sorry,
geek.
it's been so long since I picked on Daryl. It's been so long.
Those are the knights who say neat, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the Black Knight.
Oh, the Black Knight. None shall
Yes,
pass.
yes.
Ah, yes.
Tis
I
but a
was-
scratch.
I was thrown off because I can see kind of three of them, so that
Well,
kind of threw me off there.
there's three of them
They're
in
not
each of the
moving
different
fast.
stages.
Different stages. Got it.
And you notice the last one is shorter than the first two.
Let me see. Stand
Yeah,
up.
so it makes sense.
Stand up again. There's it.
This makes such great
Oh,
radio.
He's got
Oh, cool. And
he's
now
got no
turn,
legs.
no, wait, Daryl, turn around now.
All right, now for
So,
the people who
Scott,
are listening
what are you
live,
wearing?
What am I wearing? I'm actually wearing a geocaching T-shirt. Look at that. Focus. Focus.
All right.
All right, for the people
All right,
who are
hold on. Hold on.
watching and
I gotta
listening
do this.
live,
What do you got there? I can't wait. Quince something. That's a Jaws shirt.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay.
It's
All right.
Clint's shark fishing on
I just did
Amity
some
Island.
work. I'm embarrassing. I don't deserve to be on this podcast.
all right.
Let me
So
just take it
for-
all off.
For the people, no, don't do that. If you do, you have to mute the
Quality
camera.
radio right here.
I'll
Quality.
mute the microphone as I take it off. That way nobody can hear me.
Also, another good idea. Anyway, for the people who are watching us live, we've got 2 of the brand new 2014 Compass Rose GeoCoins that we're going to give away just for the people watching live on the show.
So
So
I
the
can't
way you're
win.
going to get that, nope, you can't win this one.
What do you?
But-
What? I'm watching the show.
Right.
You're watching the show, but you're participating in
I
the
never
show.
watch this show. This is like the only time I watch this show, and I can't win something.
No,
Thank-
because
Walt
you're-
and Scott, keep pushing that because these are great coins. I want some of them. You won't give them to me. I'm part of the show
All right.
every week.
Right? You watch the show every week, Chris.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what we want to know for this
Unbelievable.
set of coins, and you get 1 coin. So there's 2 coins. You have twice the chances of usual of winning.
Okay.
So we want to know what topic you'd like us to cover in 2015. So email what topic you'd like to hear more about to GeoGearHeads@CashManiacs.com. Give it the title Randomize 30. That's Randomize 30.
Or Triple
And
X.
have that to
Or
us in
XX.
20 minutes.
20
So that's 10:40 p.m. on December 18th, and that's Eastern if you're out on the West Coast like Chris is, and it's going to be 6, and for the 6:40 p.m.
640.
Yeah, and for those of you in Chicago, like our guest tonight, that's going to be 8:40 p.m.
Okay.
All
So
right.
Don't try to pull that whole 8:40 p.m. West Coast stuff because that ain't going to cut it here.
No, yeah,
No.
and we're going to be pulling these prizes right now during the show so that everyone knows.
Waldy's pulling the prizes.
I'm glad you went there because I was like, pulling the prizes? Well, I'm glad. I was
Where's he
glad he
pulling
said
them from?
prizes.
From the table over here, it's not that exciting.
There was a little gap between pulling and prizes.
And guys, we have another chance to win right after this show because we're going to do the bonus show, which is going to be released on Christmas. And remember,
And just so everybody knows, we're doing that naked. So we're doing that.
Yep,
We're all gonna be naked.
with video.
We'll be wearing
With
black
video.
coat. For
Sorry,
unspecified
continue, Dale.
But yes, we'll have another show with another chance to win 2 more coins
Ooh.
in less than an hour probably. So make sure to stay tuned and check for that. Plus, we even have a very special cool prize for those of you listening. And it's probably going to be about 2 weeks if you're listening to this on time.
I'm listening.
You're listening. Hey, and you guys can actually enter the contest for the question 157 that we'll have at the end, because you're not on the 157 show.
All right.
So you will have a chance.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to go to another caller. This one comes to us from Norway.
Hi guys, this is Janne Frisa from Norway. In episode 152 and 153, there was a request for a map over Malawi in Africa. In 2010, I used a map generated from Garmin.openstreetmap.nl with great luck on my Oregon 550. Roads and even main trails in the Mulanje Mountains were covered. Unfortunately, this map is a road map with no control lines. And by the way, if someone is traveling to Norway, you can find both road map and topographical maps for Norway for free at frikart.no. The webpage is both in English and Norwegian, so we will have no problem with it. I hope that the links will be added to the show notes for correct spelling. Thank you, and as we say in Norway, ha det bra.
And we will include those links in the show notes.
What he said.
As we say in Norway, Bjuda. That's all right.
Okay.
Well, anything?
Well,
No, just shaking my head.
Did you? What did he say? Did you hear it?
No, I heard what you said.
okay. Walt.
At least Walt's listening.
Yes, this is true.
I'm paying
But,
attention.
Chris, why don't you listen to the next email for Walt and Scott?
Well, the Kratz family 5. I assume there's 5 of them in the Kratz family. I'm just coming up with this on my own.
Were they in the Sound of Music?
I am 16.
Going on step. Oh, why do I know that? No, they were not on the Sound of Music.
Yeah. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
We read an email that says, "I can't wait to hear Scott and Walt." See, Scott got top billing there.
Right. Thank
I
you.
missed those two.
It's alphabetical.
Okay. So if he misses those two, he must have really bad aim. I'll be ready with my own ding bell.
There
Thank
go.
you. I hope there's some good news, like they'll be getting their own Google Hangout. So, guys, are you getting the band back together?
Well, we put in an application for Google Hangout 2 years ago, and we haven't heard back from Google yet.
Nothing.
Huh.
Look at that.
Nothing, huh?
Crickets.
You send that to junk.google.com?
Yeah.
That's a real address there. Yeah, that's their junk mail. Feel free to send all you want there.
Interesting.
And your hate mail to walt@grogan.com.
Limex says it was the Von Trapp family.
It's Walt at waltgrogan.com. Thank you.
All right, so next we heard from Cedar and Company via email again. Regarding OpenStreetMaps, I went to Chile last year for a week.
Wait,
and
hold on. It was really cold down there too.
Depends on the time of year.
No, it's chilly.
Where? In Chile?
It's always
Chile.
It's always chilly.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
What do you eat when you're down there?
There's no summer there. It's
It's always chilly.
windbreaker at best weather there at all times.
All right, so regarding OpenStreetMaps, I went to Chile last year for a week, and I wanted a map for my GPS so I could see where the caches were and to figure out whether I could drive to them or if I had to go across the desert.
Whoa.
OpenStreetMaps-
Hold on. Across the desert?
Well, yeah.
That's either across the desert.
Sure.
Camels?
He's so is it car or camel? Is he trying to decide where's he gonna take his car and go across the desert?
Or Chesterfields.
Well, I'm thinking more like a Jeep.
He was so vague with that.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
he take the Lamborghini or does he need to...
Yeah.
You just throw the word desert out there and hope nobody notices.
Like it's nothing.
Right.
Oh, desert! I just went across the desert.
If I can't drive, well, I'll just, I'll go across the desert.
All right, continue.
Okay, so he does continue. OpenStreetMaps actually has some great detail for the area I was going to, San Pedro de, and I'm going to probably mess this one up, Atacama. Campa?
Atacama.
Yeah, there's no
Atacama.
P.
Okay, thank you.
No P.
Yes, thank you. Okay. And it was very easy to install. Recommended. Now, Scott, this is for you and I. As for GSAC on the Mac, one word, parallels. It works very well, and I have no issues.
Oh, really? Well, I've got one word, Jesse.
Yep.
Does that work very well or has issues?
Parallels.
Scott doesn't do Windows even in a virtual machine.
I have parallels at work. It works well, and GSAC does work in parallels. I have had some issues on and off using the USB to talk with GPSRs, so I generally don't actually use it for that. But you have to spend so much money to get GSAC to work if you're doing that, because you've got, we'll say like $200 if you're actually going to do it legally to get parallels and to get your license for Windows. Well, now you're going to have to get Windows 8, and then on top of that, you're going to have to go out and get GSAC's license as well.
Other than that, you got it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not against parallel. I had parallels years ago back when I was freelancing on my laptop. I had parallels so I could run IE and all the browsers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Machine. Oh, it's terrible, and I felt just dirty just having Windows on my laptop. Was just,
No, it wasn't. No, you said IE. You said IE. That was what I was.
So, Scott, what you're saying is you go both ways.
I try not to, but occasionally you have to. When it comes to work, you have to go both ways occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
DeBear says, but Parallels requires running a Windows instance, which means a license, which means new.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
But one of the things that I brought up with Senior and Company as we were going back and forth over a couple of different things was it's really darn cheap now to get some of these Windows laptops. It's actually in tablets especially. I've seen tablets for $79. You can't get a Windows license for $79.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't be able to put GSAC on that kind of tablet, though.
I have
like
it.
On the actual like Surface kind of a tablet?
No, it's not Surface. I've got the Stream 7, which is $100.
Oh, you're talking about I see what you're saying. You're not
Windows
talking about
8 Ones tablets, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those run it, but the problem is you don't have the USB ports.
Well, then that's an issue.
Yeah. Team Dano, or Team Pugach says, the benefit to Parallels is Time Machine will back up your Windows stuff and Boot Camp Partition won't.
Oh, God bless you, Time Machine. God bless you.
I'm about ready to just shoot Time Machine because it's giving me so much trouble.
How could Time Machine be giving you trouble?
Because I'm doing the network thing, and every couple of months it decides, oh, that's a corrupted file. I'm gonna
that's user error is what that is. Anything with an Apple that's wrong is user error. User error.
Well, the first one was that my time machine or my time capsule actually ate itself.
Well, here's the thing: Scott has a user error every day.
As soon as he sits down to the keyboard.
Did you say your time capsule ate itself?
It did. It ate itself. It went, nom, 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 nom. Well, I'm assuming it found itself quite tasty.
Yeah.
Dave DeBerry actually wants to know if OTG cables will work with those laptops that don't have the USB ports, and my understanding is no. They do not work.
No.
If you want a cheap laptop or cheap tablet, no OTG for you.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
My mother just went out and bought a cheap laptop. It was on sale, I think, for $220. She had a $40 off coupon for the store, and she bought it on Senior's Day and got an extra 10% off. I think they paid her $50 when she walked out the store.
They owed her $10, or
yeah,
that's the best way to get your new Windows laptop. Well, Andrew also writes in about the errors that we're running into with the time capsule, and he says it's an ID10T error.
Yes.
Yep.
I run into a lot of the ID10T errors.
And Limax says that he's keeping a Windows 7 machine around.
What?
Do you have a piece of paper in front of you, Scott?
I do, yes.
Write down ID10T. 10T.
Okay.
Look at it.
All capitals. Do it all capitals, Scott.
Oh God, really? You made me waste my time.
All right, but Limax says he's keeping around a Windows 7 machine for GSAC, although I'm jonesing for a MacBook Pro.
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
We're all jonesing.
Yes, I would like a new MacBook Pro with right now.
Shouldn't he always be jonesing?
He probably should be.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, you want to move on to this email from Brian Lang?
Brian Lang's a friend of mine. He wrote via email. If you want to bookmark all caches hidden by a single geocacher, this requires GSAC. On geocaching.com, create a new bookmark list. On the geocache search page, that's geocaching.com/seek, scroll down to find the hidden by username search box. Step number 3, at the bottom of the screen, click check all, and then click download waypoints. If you have to do you have to do this for each page, 20 caches per page of the geocacher's hides. The result is an LOC file per page. Import the LOC file or files into GSAC. Filter your database to show caches by the cache owner in question. From the GeoSAC,
GeoSAC.
GeoSAC. That's what happens when you get fired at a certain location. You get GeoSAC.
See, and I thought that was Geo Santa's GeoSAC.
I never thought of GeoSanta.
You said GeoSAC.
Okay, last, 7th and final step from the geocaching.com menu in GSAC.
Are we only on 7? I thought we were on like 20 right now.
No, 7.
Okay.
And now I've got to start 7 all over again. Thank you. From the geocaching.com menu in GSAC, there's an option to add caches to a bookmark list. All caches in the current filter will be added to the bookmark list. Now, we're done with the 7 steps, but he goes on to say, alternatively, you can add simple, open. You can simply open the cat.
Nothing is simple in this story.
Who wants to read this? Okay.
Alternately, you can simply open the first cache in question and bookmark it. Then open all the other caches in their own tabs in your web browser and bookmark them individually. You may end up with carpal tunnel syndrome this way, though, so be careful. Be careful. And, of course, as always, your mileage may vary.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Breiling. That was helpful info. And I was looking at some other ways to play with that too. So there's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff that we can do with GSAC, and we are going to be talking about GSAC again in the future. I think Scott's going to lose it over here. So I think
it's going to be hard for me to talk in the future.
It's hard for you to talk now.
Who spiked my water?
I think that was Scott. I'm just saying. All right. So, Scott, I think we need to get you on this new GeoCaches iOS app that we discovered through a post on the Open Caching North America blog.
Yes, I did. I took it out for a test run yesterday. I did. Went and found a cache with it. I do not have my notes open. Do you have my notes open right there? Wait, maybe
I do. And I've not had a chance to actually take it out for a real test run. I just played with it a little bit. I found a number of things quite annoying. Probably the first thing I found that kind of was bizarre is that when you try to authorize through the Geocaching Live API, you're authorizing private user.
What was that all about?
Yeah, which makes me very nervous because this is a Russian developer.
He's like, I want your caching name.
Yes, I want access to your geocaching.com account.
He can have it.
Okay.
What's he going to get?
He's going to start deleting your fines, Scott.
That's right.
What's he going to do? Armchair more caches? What's he going to do?
No, he's going
to
start
finding
your
caches in
cache.
Russia.
You'll find out about Russian caches.
Suddenly I have fines all over Russia.
In Russia, our caches find you.
So
ways of making you cache.
You know, I would say in a nutshell, it has promise. It's definitely a 1.0 version. definitely. But it had some. The only feature I really liked was the map. You could actually, with 2 fingers, you could spin the map around, and it was actually kind of cool what you can do with it. Thank you, Wally. You could actually spin it and play with the map. And thank you, Wally. But the bad part is that as you got closer to the cache, the map like stayed the same size. It didn't like grow.
Oh.
But nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't resize.
You weren't using your fingers right then.
So that was kind of irritating. And I have my notes. Will you read my notes, Daryl?
I will. You had the one of the problems that I had with it is the icons only seem to be for regulars and multis.
What's that all about, man?
So like the puzzles and there were a couple of other ones that, or I think Earth caches I was looking at were coming up as regular caches. It was really freaking me out.
I was like, wait, my caches weren't even showing up as mine. It was like it was just coming up as unfound.
Well, and that's one of the other things that was bugging me is your caches. There's no way to filter out your caches.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to filter out the found caches. They all just have this smiley icon.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely had some promise to it, but
yeah, I like
1.0.
It's a very good 1.0 product. It needs some time.
Agreed.
It's free, so I'd say
that's what I was going to ask. Is it free?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it does have in-app options for, I want to say it was $1.99 and $4.99 to donate to the developer.
Yeah, I'll pay him $2 to put the other icons in there. Is what I'll do.
Yeah,
there
no
you go.
kidding. So, and you also had that you can't change the distance to miles in the compass view.
Yeah, well, yeah. What was it? Did you notice that too, or did you not even? Oh, you didn't.
I didn't get that far. I played with it a little bit, but yeah, there's definitely a lot more that he needs to get in there in settings. But I'm very happy with it as a 1.0 product.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say. I say like a beta 1 product.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not quite ready for even a 1, I think.
I mean, when push came to shove, I found the cache. You know, it took me to it.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't in miles. It was in
kilometers.
But I found the
Learn kilometers.
Yeah,
I'm 4 kilometers away.
Hey, us Americans just need to get off of this silly system and get onto the metric system.
Like the rest of the world.
Right. And Limax says that he's going to pass on until it becomes a little bit more mature.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the podcast.
He probably was, actually. I was just trying to make it better to, seem like he was referring to this app.
No, I make it more better.
I make it more better. I fix it for you. And DeBear says it sounds like a great app to skip. Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, I have the $10 geocaching app, and I've got GeoSphere, so I've got pretty much what I need. But it wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't hate it. I don't think I'll use it again, but I didn't hate it. Let's put it that way.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I definitely need to spend more time with it. If it actually takes the GPX files for the unpublished caches at events, I think this is going to be something I'm going to recommend for all of those users who need a quick app because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And DeBear says, state one good thing about this app, and I'll say, to me, the one good thing is it's free.
Yeah. Well, no, my one good. It's better than the geocaching free app. I'll tell you that. I think
The intro app, yes.
It was better than the Groundspeaks free app.
Yeah, I would say so far this might
terrible.
be the best free app. You don't have the ads in the app, at least not yet. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a product that's going to develop. I think it's worth continuing to watch, but at this point, it doesn't beat the paid apps.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure what this guy's looking for is he's checking to see, is anybody going to toss a couple bucks my way, and if no one tosses a couple bucks, he's probably not going to keep working on it.
Yeah, well, and really the big thing is this does support the Open Caching Network, so it does do like the Open Caching North America, not OpenCaching.com, but it does support those others.
U.S. OpenCaching.us.
Right. Well, yeah, they're Open Caching North America now is their actual.
Oh, is it? They changed?
Yeah, they're for Canada and
Mexico.
Mexico.
Hey there.
But it's opencaching.de, I think, is one of the other sites.
Right.
But yeah, there's a whole.
Daryl, how many finds do you have on Open Caching North America?
I think 2.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Just
Meanwhile,
checking.
Native Texan says that y'all are just cracking me up.
Walt, how many finds do you have on OpenCaching.us?
On opencaching.com, I have probably I could have all the ones that I found on geocaching.com, but on US, I think Daryl has me beat by 2.
2? I think Jesse put caches out on open caching. I don't think they've been found yet. I think FTF opportunity is still there.
I did get a notification. I got a notification of Jesse's cache when it came out. I did. I almost went out to get it just so someone would find that cache for her.
Yeah, it really depends on where you are, how that is. But yeah, I don't think that any of my physical caches I had on Open Caching North America actually were found.
Ever?
My virtuals were found, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse's webcam still has not been. Jesse's webcam still has not been found yet on Open Caching. Still FTF opportunity on that.
Hey, Scott, Team Dano or Team Pugach, I keep calling him Team Dano. I'm sorry, it's Dano of Team Pugach. Does have a question for you about the GeoCaches app.
Okay.
Does it help you find the moose and squirrel?
He does.
Thanks, Natasha.
Kilometers.
Boris, darling, Boris.
See, I'm thinking now I have to go hide a cache called Moose and Squirrel so that people can use the GeoCaches app to help find it.
Tell them it's 10 kilometers from ground zero.
But it has to be an Open Caching North America cache.
Yes, they're a very good point.
We guarantee no one will ever find it.
Well, and we have to stipulate that it must be found with GeoCaches app.
Right.
Yes.
And you will find another geocache in Mother Russia for free.
And DeBear says that he still has an FTF available on his virtual on Open Caching US as well.
See, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, some areas Open Caching US is very well received, and like some countries, the Open Caching sites are bigger than the locally are bigger than the geocaching.com sites. So it really depends on where you're going.
I heard on the East Coast it's got a pretty big following.
And in Texas.
Do we know why that is?
Big.
It's just
certain users.
It's just a regional thing. Yeah,
Well, it's all about how many people you can get in, and I think part of it is like up and down the East Coast, you've got so many great virtuals, and geocaching.com doesn't support virtual caching.
Yeah, that's true. Or webcams.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Or the dead drops.
Or what?
Yeah, the dead drops. They're like USB drops, USB flash drives.
I thought that was like a Ziggy cache. You just drop it and run kind of cache.
No.
It's also for drugs.
Oh, okay.
And for state secrets, which is probably also one of the reasons why they're so big in the East Coast.
Right.
And Russia.
Russia. The Open Caching North America is very big near the Russian embassy.
Just not in North Korea. Good, don't do it in North Korea.
Leave North Korea alone. Or let's just nuke them all and walk away.
Ooh. Well, I think with that we are going to wrap up the main show here.
Already?
And we'll have another show.
We didn't talk about anything yet.
Like I didn't even say anything.
I know. Well, we got through a lot of the listener feedback, but we've got a whole bunch more crazy stuff, and I think our bonus episode is going to actually be longer than the main one. It's our bonus.
Episode?
No,
bonus.
Bonus.
Okay, just want to make sure.
You said boner episode?
That's what he said.
Bonus.
Keep the cameras up, boys.
Oh, hey, we actually have Tim in the Q&A has sent us the example of the moose and squirrel caches, GC3F5WH.
There's already one out?
I'm sure there's more than one. I'm pretty sure I actually found a moose and squirrel cache.
Have you really? Wow.
I think so. But you know what we have to do yet is pick the 2 lucky listeners, or viewers, is probably a better term for them.
Okay, sure.
Who are going to get the, what are these called again? They're the 2014.
It's a coin. It's a Compass Rose coin.
Compass Rose, a 2014 Compass Rose coin. So our first one is...
Wow, wasn't that your nickname in high school, Compass Rose?
Hey, Daryl, watch me pull a geocoin out of my hat.
All right, so Wet Coaster, you get the first of those two.
Yay,
and
Wet
then
Coaster.
Wet Coaster.
Scrap Cat gets the next one. So each of you, Wet
Did you
Coaster
say
and Scrap Cat,
Scrap
send
Cat?
me your mail addresses so I can mail them out. What was that, Walt?
I with the amount of coins that Scrap Cat has, you can build a house now.
And path tags.
Yeah.
Don't forget maybe she uses a path tags as like the roof.
Or mortar.
Coins for the walls, and then
Yeah.
path tags for the roof.
Wow.
All right, so everyone stay tuned because we are going to do that Randomize 30 bonus show in just a moment. For those of you listening to the recordings, that's going to hit right around Christmas Day. So you'll have that one for your Christmas enjoyment, your Christmas weekend enjoyment. And this is going to be more on the lines of our patron bonus shows, so make sure to stay tuned for that one.
But it's free, right? Free.
But
It's
it's
going to be
free
free
for
to
everybody in the world, even those in Russia.
Because Lord knows
And if
people
you
wouldn't
thought that
pay-
this one was a
And
little
North
too
Korea.
sensible, make sure to listen to the next one because the next one probably isn't going to make any sense at all.
So now, Daryl, now you have to apologize for your listeners for everything that happened tonight.
No, I do that next time. That happens at the bonus
All
show.
right. Before we leave, I just did a quick search on opencaching.us
Uh-huh.
for my zip code, and I said, "Tell me how many caches are within 100 miles of my zip code."
Let me guess, 5.
Were you
No.
overwhelmed?
Was I overwhelmed? No, I was not overwhelmed. All right, more than 100?
No.
No.
I'm saying
More-
less.
More than 75?
No.
No.
More than 50?
No.
No.
More than 25?
Yes.
No.
I'm going to say probably not.
More than 30?
I was right.
Okay.
No.
No?
28.
No.
28.
37.
30
Ooh.
in 100 miles.
And the closest one to me was created by who?
Jesse Brown.
Shorty Knits.
Shorty Knits.
It's a small cache in the woods.
It's not the
Jesse,
size
you have a
of the
small cache in the woods?
That's right. Because she has standards.
The
That's the name of the cache.
She doesn't put
I
no
have-
micros in the woods. She only puts the small.
name of the cache is She Has Standards?
I have standards created by Shorty
name of the
Knits.
cache is I have
Oh.
standards. Shorty Knits.
Yeah. That's OU0760 for you people
Yeah.
who are
OU.
racing
hold
So
on.
everyone run out and find that cache.
And
nobody-
Your flights now.
Make
Make sure that
run
you
out.
do it
It's gonna
before it
take
gets
a
really
while.
cold.
Hey, FTF opportunity still available.
I think
talk at one time.
there is no log entry on this, so there is an FTF.
No, there's an FTF available. We'll pay.
Yeah.
Walt, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
I know. Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
you
Walt,
got
go
all the
find it.
information. Go get that sucker.
I'm about to leave.
Where is it? Where is
It's
it?
in Bussy Woods.
It's in Bussy Woods, really?
Or Boosie, if you prefer.
Oh, is that the one that I had?
Is
Oh,
it
I know.
Gary?
Walt, you know
Gary
where it is,
Busey?
Walt?
Where?
Walt, wait, hold on. Funny story with that cache. I was out getting Walt's cache. One of Walt's caches in Bussy Woods. Walt, the one by the fence. Which one is that one? Oh, the rooster one. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
The rooster cock
Sure.
one. And
Jupiter's Rooster.
Jupiter's rooster, right? And there was a great down tree, and I wanted to put I can't remember, was it a challenge cache out? So I put it into that. I put the cache into that tree and marked the chords and went to go try and push it live, and Ed told me I was too close to yours.
Oh.
Yep. So that's actually the open caching cache. I know which one she's talking about. I mean, I
All
wasn't
right.
gonna go get it. You know, that's way too far into Bussy for me. So, well, I figured, how often am I out all the way in Bussy? You know.
Well,
All the way.
Scott,
Yes.
you have to do a weekend camping trip to Bussy.
It's not like you're in a different state.
No, but if Bussy is so big that it's
How big
thank you,
is it?
Walt. It's so big that Walt can fit in it. Anyway, so it's
Yeah. Grown.
so
Grogan. Oh.
so when you do sections of Bussy because it's so large, and I've got that section cleared. Thank you, Walt. I've got that section clear. So to go back to that section, somebody has to hide something, but nobody's going to hide something because it's filled up. It's filled up because there's so many caches there, and Walt's got that spot. Hence, I'm never going to go back there again.
Yep.
So Jesse said, "Hey, you have that cache out there that's just sitting out there. I'm going to put an open caching one out there." And that's what she did.
I do have to say, of the top 5 caches closest, or I should say the 5 caches closest to my house on opencaching.us.
Uh-huh.
Jesse Brown has 4 of the 5.
Jess, is she really? Here,
Yeah.
Wally, you want a spoiler here? This is a huge spoiler, Jess. You just wrote down for me. One of Jesse's open caching hides is the final for one of her puzzles on GC.com.
Ooh.
Scott, why don't you just put
that?
Jesse on?
Should I put Jesse on? Jesse, come here. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. There you go.
Well, I can't hear
There she is.
You have the sound in your ears.
Is that what the sound is in his ears?
Hello.
Hi, we don't have anything
Hello.
to say.
What do you want to say to her?
Hey, Jesse.
Hi.
So,
Okay, Jesse, now tell us everything you really wanted to say and what Walt
All right.
actually edited. Or I'm sorry, Scott edited.
Here, I do have a question for you, Jesse. So why did you place those open caching US caches?
It was part of the Diversified Cacher contest in August.
And did you win?
I think I came in 3rd points-wise.
Okay.
And drawing-wise, I won a book.
Oh, okay.
Did you read said book?
It's on the shelf.
Okay.
It's a puzzle cache book.
No, it's not. It's the
It's
not the puzzle caches.
It's the one. The
Scott,
devious cache.
you can't hear us.
Devious
Scott.
caches.
Don't listen.
Okay.
Scott, we're not talking to you.
Jesse, but the first prize was actually a pretty decent prize, right? The first prize.
The first prize was a gift certificate to Cache at Night.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a GPSR, but no.
There was. First place, yeah, I was 3rd.
Oh, okay. But the first place there was a GPSR there, so it was actually a pretty good contest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And since nobody places any caches, you had a really good chance of winning.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think there were 20-something or 30-something people who entered.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she won twice. And she
I won 2 prizes.
yeah, she won 2 prizes.
Well, that doesn't
Wow.
seem overly fair.
What's the other
There's
thing?
like 28 people who didn't win anything.
No,
Don't hate the player.
I think everybody ended up getting something.
Haters gonna hate. I would encourage, no, seriously, I would encourage people to go out to opencaching.us and pop in your zip code. You have to go to Seek a Cache on the main menu if you don't want to log in. There's a Seek a Cache choice, and on the resulting page, you can put in your zip code and ask to find how many caches are within X number of miles. I think 100 is the default. The reason I'm saying this is that what's interesting, I'm looking at this list, and so I'm seeing like 20 caches on the first page, and with the exception of Jesse, Shorty Nets, I do not recognize any other caching name on that page.
Interesting.
So either these are people who have, are not caching on geocaching.com, or these are, different
could have
names
a
for the
different
same
username.
people. Right.
Mhm.
But it would seem odd to pick a different username on a totally different site.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Well, I've gone on to opencaching.North America or opencaching.US, whatever they want to call it these days, and I've got like 12 in my entire state.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's just, I've tried.
We got 37.
Well, Washington is also at a disadvantage because they have the lily pad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that means
true.
we have more cachers that could be on that alternate listing site.
Stacy perked up in the live Q&A that there's one open caching North America in Alberta, and she's the one who placed it.
One.
That's icy.
Okay.
Bones.
I then encourage you to create a sock puppet account and find it.
Limax says that he has 9 caches within 100 miles of his zip code. Closest is 22 miles away.
Wow.
DeBear actually is doing pretty well. He's got 215 caches within 100 miles of his zip code.
Wow.
Wow. Where's he?
Wow.
live?
What? Yeah.
North
He's in
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a lot over there.
And according to Wet Coaster, it looks like there's 36 opencaching.us entries for all of Canada.
Wow.
That's what I got back for Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
Meanwhile, Andrew says that he has 29 caches within 100 miles of his zip code.
Well,
So
here's the.
does vary.
Well, look at it this way. Easy to clear out 100 miles.
Exactly.
I think before
Well, and think you get to place all those virtuals and webcams that you can't do elsewhere.
Exactly.
Right.
I think before I put mine out, the closest one to me was 22. Thank you. 22 miles, and it had been out for 3 or 4 years, and I don't think there's a fine on it.
I love how Jesse just rolls with the bell, as if it's standard procedure.
Think about who I live with. I'm used to it. All right.
All right.
Bring this back to Scott.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you guys.
Bye, Jesse.
Thanks for joining us. All right, and then let's get to the schedule of the upcoming shows. January 1st, New Year's Day, we're going to be recording episode 157, and that one I'm really looking forward to because we're going to have Antaeus on to talk about 3D printed caches. Then on the 8th, we're going to be talking about hiking tips for cachers.
Hold on, Daryl, stop what you're talking about. Show Walt what he made you. What you playing?
Oh yes, we must talk about the lovely little cacher gnome cache.
Pull it out, Daryl.
Is it a 3D?
Yeah.
It is a 3D printed cache container.
Wow.
He printed it, and his wife painted it.
How cool
So it
is
is
that?
most lovely.
Where did you go to have that made up?
Oh, he made it himself. He's got.
You got a 3D printer? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Don't show us the hole in
And
the
then-
bottom. That's awkward.
Oh.
Well,
cool.
this is his cache, and
well,
we found
we-
some other cool models that he's going to have to do.
For 4 years, nobody ever made us caches in 4 years.
No, I know it.
I know. See,
No.
you got
You're not
We
Daryl.
did.
But he's going to be on the show next. Our next live recording is going to be New Year's Day, and he's going to be on to talk about that.
Scott, though, you have to admit, we did get a Marmite cookbook.
See,
I got
and,
Marmite. Did you get
well,
the
I
Marmite?
never got a case
I
of
think I
supper.
never got the Marmite.
I got Marmite. He actually sent me Marmite.
You two have to get together.
Yeah.
I'm sure you haven't eaten it yet, Scott.
No, I have not eaten.
I actually had Marmite crisps the other day, which are potato chips. They were pretty good. They were
Dude,
pretty good.
I smelled
Yeah.
it, and it smelled like the Vegemite, and
Oh, well, it is, because that's basically what it is.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Mm.
It's horribly
You
good.
Did you ever have a crisp? It's just brutal.
Oh no.
It's brutal.
Oh, it's great. But you don't eat it like, you don't put a spoon in there and just, plop it in your mouth.
It's like caviar.
You do a light coating. You do a light coating of Marmite on buttered toast.
Lightly coat it like it's not even there, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Hey,
If you
Walt?
coat it-
Yes, I saw that. Go ahead, read it, Daryl.
Yes, Dave wants to know why Hole in the Bottom doesn't get the bell.
There. Wait, hold it. Hold it. Hold on.
That,
Hold
that bell
on
seems
the
more
bottom.
resonant
Do
than
you
normal.
want the bell?
Oh, there we go.
That's very resonant.
That is.
All right, so let's
Hold
move
on,
on
hold
to
on.
the January 8th recording. It's going to be hiker tips for cachers with The Seer. Then on the 15th, we're recording with Munzie once again. Munzie's new home. We'll find out a lot more about what's going on with Munzie in the last year since we've last talked to them.
Munzie has a new home?
They have a new home.
Like a new website or a new home?
They actually have a new office. And they actually have their own storefront now.
Are they actually making money now?
They are.
A
Well,
nude
they're
office?
making
Is that what
enough
you
to
said?
keep it
A
running.
nude office. Everybody's
Nude office, yes.
All the time.
You don't know where you're going to find a Munzie in that office.
And then January 22nd, we're going to be talking GSAC with XPunk X, so we'll get your GSAC questions ready.
How
Then
does
on the
that get the
29th,
bell?
What?
because it's GSAC. And then January 29th, we're going to have episode 161, and that's going to be talking about MOGA 2015, great event. So if you have any feedback for any of those shows, call us at 206-350-3647 or email us at geogearheads@cachemaniacs.com. And you can even tell us, we need more bell in this show.
Right. Everybody needs more.
Gotta have more cowbell.
You gotta have more swear
Yeah.
bell, man. That's just the
Yeah.
way it is.
So, if you stuck with us and actually listened through this episode,
We apologize.
now is the time to get that email ready. It's time for question 157. Now, Walt and Scott, you can get your email ready right now.
Really.
You need to email that to geogearheads@cachemaniacs.com with the title question 157.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the hard part. You need to include your geocaching.com screen name.
Yeah.
The easier part is, what does GLONASS stand for?
You're not pronouncing that right.
I really think I am.
I don't think you are. I think it's GLONASS. That's what it looks like to me.
And there's no bell for that one. Thank you. Now, the question again is, what does, in my good Russian, GLONASS stand for?
GLONASS.
Send that to GeoGearHeads at CashierManiacs.com by December 31st. It's the end of the year. You can't get it in. You like that one? Okay. You need to send it to GeoGearHeads at CashierManiacs.com December 31st, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, for your chance at one of the 2 Planisphere geocoins, courtesy of coinsandpins.com.
Mm-hmm.
Check the Cashier Maniacs website at CashierManiacs.com for more on the GeoGearHeads, including show notes for this and all of our episodes. We love hearing from our listeners, so leave us feedback by calling 206-350-3647, by emailing GeoGearHeads at CashierManiacs.com, or through social media. Your support helps keep the Cashier Maniacs shows coming. Please consider becoming a patron through the link on our website to support the Cashier Maniacs shows. GeoGearHeads is produced by Quinn Safenauer and Daryl Wandenberg. This show is copyright 2014 by Daryl Wandenberg. All rights reserved.
Cash with the Cashier Maniacs.